everyone, I'm Jillian and welcome to Real Life 101, the show where you'll get the inside scoop on real jobs, great career choices. We've got quite a diverse lineup of careers to show you today. Maybe one of them will spark your interest. First up, Sean's going to introduce us to an occupational therapist and learn the various types of things she does to help her patients get back to doing things and living their life to their fullest ability. Do you know of a child who has trouble developing skills such as handwriting or paying attention in class? Or maybe you know of an elderly person who is recovering from a stroke. These are examples of situations where an occupational therapist can step in. Adrienne Wentz is an occupational therapist with CORA. She talked with Sean about how she helps her patients recover from issues or develop the skills needed for daily living and working.
What's up, guys? So today we're here with Adrienne Wentz, and you are an occupational therapist. So
Yes.
Tell me what that entails.
Well, an occupational therapist helps people get back to being as independent as possible. And OTs are found in many different areas of practice. Some of the areas are like an outpatient clinic, like I'm in, or a rehab unit, a psychiatry inpatient or outpatient unit, pediatrics, skilled nursing, long-term care, home health. Let's see, am I missing
Sounds like a
any?
lot.
It is. It's
a
really,
lot.
yeah. I mean, you can't get bored in this profession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get involved in this field? Was it something that always interested you?
No, I wanted to be an artist.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, technically you kind of are, in a way.
Yeah, you're definitely right brain.
Yeah.
Because you've got to be creative with people and come up with solutions that fit them, because it's client-centered. But no, I started out in college in the fine arts department, and I was very frustrated, and I had a three-dimensional design teacher who said, your work looks really functional. She said, have you ever heard of OT, occupational therapy? And I said, what's that? And that was back in the 70s. And so I switched into that career, and I'm glad I did. Otherwise, I would have starved as an artist.
Yeah.
But I could still do my art. But yeah, so
What type of educational process did you go through?
when I first started, it was just a bachelor's in occupational therapy. Now they require a master's or a clinical doctorate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more complex then.
Not really.
No?
No, it's still an entry level, but they want to go with a
It's
higher
little bit more
education.
Higher
Yeah.
education.
Yeah.
So what are some of the types of clients that you deal with? Like they come in and what's the process like, your everyday process? It's probably different day by day, I'm sure.
Yeah, in the outpatient setting, it's like I deal with people who have tendon repairs, fractures, work accidents, car accidents. So I'm working with the upper extremity all the way to the shoulder. I make splints on people so that they can have their surgeries heal. And then I do therapy on them afterward.
What type of team do you work with?
In an outpatient setting, sometimes you have the same patient with the PTs, but a lot of times in an outpatient setting, you're just working by yourself. In a psych setting, you're working with social workers, music therapists to coordinate services. In home health, you're pretty much working by yourself, but you've got a team of PTs and nurses that aren't there at the same time, but you have to communicate with them.
Oh, I see you brought out a few tools. So are these things that you kind of work with? Mm-hmm. So how does all this stuff work?
This is a dynamometer, and it tests your grip strength. So what you're going to do is bring your arm back and squeeze, and it'll feel like you're not doing anything. So squeeze as hard as you can. Good, and see, it feels like you're not doing anything.
Yeah, at all.
And that's 100 pounds of grip.
Oh, let's try my left hand. Let's
Okay.
see. Hold on. It's my weak hand.
Okay. And that is about 92.
Yeah.
So the non-dominant is usually around 90% different
Okay.
than the... And then if I've got a person with a finger that I'm trying to get back in rehab, then this is called a goniometer. And like go ahead and bend. And so it measures the angle. So that's like 100 degrees of flexion at the PIP joint.
Oh, so if someone had an issue and maybe like they weren't able to bend their finger, then
Yeah.
fall. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Annie, for letting me know about some of this stuff and keep up with your good work. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Although occupational therapists and physical therapists often work closely together, their jobs differ. Physical therapists focus on overall mobility, while occupational therapists focus on activities of daily living. Occupational therapists are expected to be in even greater demand over the coming decade. Currently, a master's degree from an accredited program is required, and candidates must take and pass an exam to be licensed. Want more information on this rewarding health career? Then click on the link on today's episode synopsis at rl101.com.